Hello, and welcome back to Miss Rosie's class. Today's topic is a bit of a buzzword in the world of education: learning engagement. We hear it all the time. Kids need to be engaged with their learning. But what does this actually mean? Many of us assume that if learners are paying attention, that means they're engaged. But while attention is the first step toward active engagement, we now know that engagement goes far beyond just paying attention. It requires students to be totally immersed and involved in their learning. And while we all know that engaged learning is what we should be aiming for, actually getting there is a whole different story. So let's look at some of the ways that we can help our kids actively engage in the things that they're learning. You can think of engagement as a kind of pie chart with 6 individual slices: connection, meaning and relevance, competence, autonomy support, creativity, and curiosity. If a learning experience includes all 6 slices of the pie, you can be pretty sure that your learner will be highly engaged. But if some of the slices are missing, it becomes more and more difficult for active engagement to be possible. The first slice is connection. A strong sense of social connection and belonging is crucial to the learning process, so building a strong relationship is the first step to a successful learning experience. This can include connecting with your teacher, your family, and even your peers. Studies show that the stress response associated with feeling like you don't belong or having a strained relationship with your teacher or classmates can actually hinder the learning process, as stress hormones like cortisol can actually cloud the neurons as they're trying to take in new information. The second slice of the engagement pie is meaning and relevance. In order to be engaged with their learning, kids need to feel that what they're learning is somehow relevant to them. If your child is asking, "When am I ever going to need to know this?" you can be pretty sure they're not actively engaged. Natural engagement happens when students find something meaningful about the lesson right away, but this doesn't always happen on its own. You can help your child find meaning in their lessons by encouraging them to make connections to their own life, or by showing them real, practical uses for their new skill. Next, we have competence, sometimes referred to as mastery or success. Kids need to feel that it is within their power to complete the task they're being asked to do. If it feels daunting or impossible, they're a lot more likely to become disengaged and give up. Part of combating disengagement here is simply choosing tasks that are at your learner's level, activities that are challenging but not so much so that they seem impossible. But you can also encourage a sense of competence by helping your child develop a growth mindset. Kids with a growth mindset are a lot less likely to give up because they understand the value of a challenge and that mistakes are an integral part of reaching success. The next slice of the pie is autonomy support. In other words, students who are engaged with their learning have some level of choice and independence in the process. Now, this doesn't mean we let kids take the reins completely. In fact, too much choice can be overwhelming. Instead, we can offer them a set of guidelines or a limited number of choices to help guide their learning. The key word here is autonomy support. Students should feel that they have the opportunity to make decisions about their own learning, but also the support necessary to keep them on the right track. It should come as no surprise that creativity plays a role in engagement as well. And creativity isn't all about making an arts and crafts project with every lesson. Instead, it's about encouraging kids to come up with something truly original. And by this definition, many arts and crafts projects really aren't creative at all. Encourage creativity by asking open-ended questions rather than fishing for specific answers, and by allowing your child to come up with innovative solutions to their problems. There's nothing quite as satisfying as knowing you created something all on your own. The last, and arguably most important, piece of engagement is curiosity. When kids are genuinely curious about a topic, they're motivated to explore it on their own. True engagement in action. But curiosity isn't something you can force or manufacture. While we can certainly present learning topics in a way that seems interesting or exciting, there's no foolproof 100% guaranteed way to spark kids' curiosity, because that's just not the nature of curious minds. Instead, our best bet is to pay close attention to the things that do inspire curiosity in our kids, and to encourage them to pursue that spark as much as they can. Keeping kids engaged in their learning is no easy task, and it seems to get more challenging all the time. But when you notice them start to lose interest, see if you can figure out which slice of the pie is missing. That way, you can help reignite that spark of inspiration. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn with me today, and I'll see you next time in Miss Rosie's class.
Studycat!